When we have unresolved and unprocessed trauma, it takes up space in the body. We can feel it physically in our bodies. Our stomachs might have knots or constrictions or weights or a dropping, fleeting feeling. We might feel our heart and our chest fluttering, a heat, a throbbing, a weight, a constriction, labored breathing. We might feel a choking, dry sensation in our throat, or our jaws might be clenched, and our muscles might be very tight and rigid. These are all from chronically feeling stress and panic from the trauma as it has been unresolved and unprocessed. So as we begin to heal the trauma, to process it and resolve it, we'll have to stretch and soften these areas in our bodies where the trauma has been stored. So if our legs are very tight and constricted because we've been in chronic perpetual fear and our body has been wanting to run away from the threats, we'll have to learn to stretch and soften all of that tension in our bodies. Trauma is not just physical, it is also emotional. So when we go through the trauma and we disconnect from the emotions because we're feeling constant fear, panic, anger, sadness, and we don't know what to do with it, those emotions don't just go away. They stay inside of our bodies and they continue to grow like a pressure cooker. So if we want to start to resolve these, we have to go into them, and again, we have to stretch our ability to feel emotions. We have to increase our range of motion in terms of what we can do to express our emotions and to feel our emotions. And we need to soften our ability to feel these emotions. But trauma is also, in addition to physical and emotional, it's energetic. There is an energy that comes along with these feelings of trauma. And depending on our relationship with the emotions and the physical feeling of the trauma, for the most part, I find that we try to suppress these feelings. We try to suppress this energy that's inside of us, this nervousness, this anxiety, this fear, this anger, this sadness. And so we have to use even greater energy to hold this down. Now, when the emotions or the energy gets triggered or activated, when something out there reminds us remotely of the initial pain that we're carrying around, and somebody pulls the little pin of a trigger, and it sets off a cascade of an explosion of combustible ammunition, and all of these emotions come bursting out the seams. Again, we have to learn to turn our attention into that energy. We have to notice what we do with this energy and how we suppress it. Do we stay busy? Do we always have the tasks? Do we always have the things to do to stay focused on keeping this energy, this pain, this emotion suppressed? One way to figure that out is, can you sit still? Can you sit still for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, a half an hour? This is the key here. So when we get triggered and activated and all of these emotions come bursting out the seams in inappropriate ways on people around us, and we blame them for the pain that we carry, and we push the pain that we carry onto them, rather than going out into the world and doing all the things to try to make ourselves safe or to make ourselves feel better by buying things or accumulating the status and the wealth and the power and the respect and the value, our power is in remaining still and turning our attention inward and softening and stretching the pain and the constriction from this initial trauma.